2023 has come to an end. Well, it will do tomorrow anyway. For some people, that's great, but I struggle with the ends of years. And the thing that makes me like them, though, the end of the years, are doing the top 10 bots of the year. And for me, this year's been very hard. We've had some bangers. I mean, this is what I've called my 2007. We've had a new film, a new game come out, and the new game announced. Well, that was technically the end of last year, but still. We've had a Legacy Toyland, which has been fantastic. We've had the Studio Series being absolutely brilliant. We've had a new comic, which I've actually started to read, and it's brilliant. Volume 3 was fantastic. I cannot wait for Volume 4 next month. And then obviously we've had the Void Rivals as well, which is fantastic. We've had so many great things, and outside of Transformers, I've had some great manga readings. Overwatch has been fantastic this year. It's been a great year for my nerd stuff. And so this year is going to be a bit hard. Well, it was actually a bit hard to discuss who are my top 10. Which, to no surprise to anyone, number 1 is clearly obvious. If you know me, you know who my number 1 is. So there's going to be 5, technically 7, but 5 honourable mentions before we get to the actual top 10. Now, the final honourable mention, yeah, that always falls down, so don't just ignore that. The final honourable mention and the number 10 can swap around. The only reason this one's number 10 I'll discuss later. So shall we get started? No, yeah, that's falling down now. Now, obviously I mentioned we had a great film. I thoroughly enjoyed Rise of the Beasts. It's my favourite of the Transformers films. I've heard it from my film this year. I've seen it many times, even one time in uni class. Probably should have done that, but it's good. And my favourite character in that film was Scourge. And obviously, his companion piece, Novocaine, is just there because he goes with him. And he's got the cool head than Frieza, so I got this one instead. But this is a fantastic figure, and it would have so easily made it to my top 10. Just if Christmas didn't come round, then it would have been on the top 10. I think this has been on my top 10 all year until Christmas came around. It's a great figure, this. Fantastic articulation. I mean, it's not accurate at all to the film. The vehicle mode is. This, as I mentioned in my review for it, is Power Metal personified. It's a great figure. If you don't have it, get one. Game have it, I think, for 30 quid now, so steal. And it's worth leader price in my opinion. I've seen this on so many people's top 10s, and yeah, I don't blame them. This is a fantastic figure. I do not have a problem with the head popping off. Sorry, I'm just trying to shove the gun into his ass again. Weird sentence. But yeah, I got another cane yesterday with it, to go with him. Wasn't really asked, but I got him anyway. He's good. I mean, doesn't really make this any better. Still just the same old figure, really. And to carry on with the movie theme, let's go with, obviously, if you're a kid in the 2000s, you ice cream truck was one thing that you really wanted. So obviously this year I finally got them. I got the Ice Cream Twins, What Happens to Kids. Yes, I know, the characters, blah, blah, blah. Probably a bit racist and all that, but I don't care for these figures. Like, as I discussed at TF Nation, they aren't racist until they scan the Chevrolet modes. So they aren't racist in this mode. And plus, they're a pink ice cream truck. What more do you want? I mean, it's what I wanted as a kid, and I finally got it this year. For 15 quid, pretty much how much you could have got him for, for a tenner in 2009. But still, this is great, and got it from Toy Food, so you can't really say no to that. That is a great figure. I'm very, very happy to finally have them. Should we move on to some generations, shall we? Javelin. I had no idea who this character was, but I wanted more fembots. And they announced a 2-pack with Cascade, who's right in front of me. Cascade's alright, and obviously it's the Chromium mold, which, please retire next year. Please retire next year. But this, I never experienced the RC mold from Bumblebee movie. And this is fantastic. There's a bit trouble with getting everything, properly tabbed in. But once you actually manage to figure out how to do it, oh, she's stunning. And that gun, we need more stuff like this. This is what Seed promised us with the guns, and now we finally got it with Javelin, and she's great. I really do enjoy fiddling with her. Sounds a bit wrong, but anyway. Now, should we move on to probably one of the rarest figures in my collection now? It's Crasher. I love this figure. She, once again, was in the top 10 until Christmas. So was the one after this one. But, oh, she's fantastic. This is probably my favourite use of them. I got Lead for Christmas as well. He's good, but he's nothing like Crasher. I mean, 40 quid in demand. Yeah, please. That was an instant buy when someone told me they had it there. So we have to get 3 rounds? And someone said, oh yeah, they have her. And I was like, oh, I'm getting it. And so I got it, and she's great. And I don't have Velocitron. Other than Hall, I want Hall, but that can wait for probably a few TF Nations. I'm not really asked. But this is a great figure. Oh, I do wish it was a mainline, and I'm annoyed you can get it for $3 now in the US. Piss take that in it. But she's great. She's the most I've ever spent on. Well, she's not actually. That would be Scrap Face. It was 45, but this is 40. Not bad. She is brilliant. I really do enjoy her. And now this is the one that could have been number 10, but the other one has a reason for being number 10, and it's Legacy Skyquake. I love the Predators, and obviously I grew up on Prime, and one of the episodes that really stuck out to me in Prime was Skyquake. Was when he was resurrected by Starscream. So obviously Skyquake, but it's basically a pre-tool for Predators. Like, fold these bits back a bit, paint in the colour, like obviously the pinks, give me the pinks and the greens of the G2, well, G1.5, but yeah, it's brilliant. I really enjoy this figure. Most people don't, but I do, and sad that he isn't in number 10. But now, if you know me, you know what my favourite Transformers incarnation is. It's animated. So, Legacy bringing us animated universe Prowl. I mean, he's not my favourite character at all. And obviously, that's Black Arachnia. She's my favourite character for anything ever. But the fact that we're getting animated, and that's pretty much one reason he's on it, is because he's animated. I mean, the Auto Trooper, he's good, but he wasn't in the show, really. And he's not accurate, really. He does a repaint of line, which makes sense. This is fantastic. I know he's not animated enough, but it's just the fact that we're getting animated. And this is better than Prime RC and Prime Bulkhead. And Knockout, because Knockout has the alt mode that is very, very accurate. Obviously, we've seen Skyquake and Dreadwing. But this is probably the best use they've done apart from animated Prime. That is the best switch to G1 fine of design we've had is animated Prime, but we don't have him yet. Well, UK won't be getting until late January, early February. Yeah, this is great. Get one, but I couldn't say if you don't want one because he did bastardize animated here with Prowl, but he's still animated. The fact that the box is animated, beautiful seeing this. So now should we move on to number 9? Once again, probably no surprise to anyone that knows me. It's Lio Convoy, not Leo Prime. It's Lio Convoy, right? West, please just call him Lio Convoy. Like, what are they gonna do? Big Convoy, Big Prime. What's gonna be stupid if we do Big Convoy called Big Prime? If Magmatron can keep, if Deathsaurus can keep the name, even though that's called Desaurus, so then I'm pretty sure we can have a Lio Convoy or Black Convoy that we should have gotten for Scourge. But this is a great figure. It's better than Tarn. I'm sorry, it's just better than Tarn. It's, in my opinion, the best Voyager we've gotten in Legacy entirely. I mean, Bludgeon is stunning and gorgeous. Who else on Voyagers have we got? Metal Hulk's alright. Bulkhead, obviously. Inferno, what a figure. But this is quality. I'm not arsed on the Nemesis free paint, or as it's actually called, Dark Amber Convoy. Just call them what they are, please, Hasbro. But this is great. This is phenomenal. It's got my favourite Prime head. I've always loved the Lyle Convoy head. He comes with, obviously, the Matrix in his little nipple. This is a fantastic figure. I really want to do a video on him. But I think the time's passed now to where people are really bothered about Lyle Convoy's figure. But he's phenomenal. And I really do enjoy him. Now, probably the last figure before we move on to the big chunk, the big boys, is a figure that didn't even come out this year. But I got him this year. Wow. I was not arsed. I had Earthrise. I was like, yeah, that's me done for Einhides. But then my friends got him when he came out, and I was like, oh, he's good. Do I get him? And then my birthday came out, and there was nothing out of my birthday. Wave 2, I got all the ones I wanted from Wave 2 at the time then. Because I was waiting for Metal Hawk and Twincast to go on sale. I wasn't really arsed, but then I Ironhide from eBay, and he was complete in his box. And I went, oh, screw it, I'll get him. And Ratchet is the better use of the mold. Obviously, he's got the better tolerances. He's got the back tabs together properly. But there's just something. I think it's Ironhide. It's just because it's Ironhide. I think that's the reason he hits top 10. Can you tell this video isn't scripted? There's nothing much you can say. That has said. He's a perfect Ironhide. Why do we have to wait so long? It's like King Galvatron is finally. That's what this is. And Subby's number one will also be a finally. But this is. If you don't have one, then he goes for crazy money sometimes on eBay. But it's phenomenal. I mean, Marketplace, you can probably find him at 20 quid because people don't realise how much he goes for. Now it's time to move on to the first big boy and the biggest boy on the list. He's really heavy. I don't know if you definitely not see it entirely. It's Siege Jetfire. Skyfire, whatever you want to call him. I skipped out on him when he first came out because I was like, no, he's too big. I want the classics, the 2031. But, this is the best thing probably John Warren's done. He scripted a lot of things. But this, he feels great. He's all chunky. He's water transform. Yes, the alt mode is very gappy, but once again, it's John Warren. What do you expect? It's his era. I don't really know who designed it because we didn't really know much until Mark, Evan, Ben, and Sam came along with the Dream Team. The best people other than Marty Eisenberg and Derek J. White actually hit Transformers. But this is. I can see why you won't like it. It's odd, and I think you kind of have to be in the mood for him to like him. But I'm a sucker for a big boy. I mean, obviously the majority of us is big boys. But I'm a sucker for him, and this was the first Commander. And you can tell it's a bit ropey, but he's great. He's solid. You give him the shake and he doesn't fall to bits. And he's obviously, I'm not really arsed about the fold out port thing. I think Magnus and Rodimus did the thing better. Yeah, it's nice engineering, but I don't really care. And this is a great figure. I mean, he probably would have been higher if I had more time to spend with him. Obviously, I got him for Christmas, so he's not obviously been messed with that much. Now we're gonna try and put him back, haven't we? And now we have the thing I spent the most money on ever. I don't think I'd ever spend this money on even in a car. This is something that I never thought I would get, ever, because obviously of what it is, and the character it is of. And just how scarce. Well, it's not scarce, it's just hard to find for a good price, and I got it for a reasonable price. It's HasLab Victory Saber. You know me, I'm a sucker for the Japanese things. I obviously, I'm literally wearing a power shirt. I love anime. I can't say I don't. And this, I mean, this is the main character from Victory. Obviously, it's called Victory Saber. It's Star Saber and Victory Leo, who is Optimus Prime. Well, it's Jinrai, but he's Optimus Prime. What a figure. See, this would have been much higher, and I was tossing a turn between him and Jetfire, but I prefer this. The reason he's not higher, he could have been number one, but number one is clearly nothing's going to change that from being number one. And this was number two for so long. But then I was like, I'm too scared to mess him because of how much he costs, and obviously people having QC issues, and I don't want to destroy the chrome. So he's not number two anymore because I don't feel like messing with him so much. He's a lot of bots, and there's so much to do. You could have a full afternoon to really delve with him. And I got it the same time as Nova Prime and Javelin. Like, this was said to come in 3 days. I thought, okay, that's fine. So I ordered, obviously, Javelin and Nova on Amazon. They came after I got this, which makes sense. This came the day after I ordered it. Okay. Now, also, I mean, I'm really happy I have him. But this is, I could have done a full afternoon of just him. He's great. He's phenomenal. I really want to get Deathsaurus now, but that is going to cost an arm and a leg. So you can even find him in the UK. But yeah, he's great. He is phenomenal. And obviously, I kind of mentioned. What number are we on now? 5? Yeah, we're on number 5 now. He's very hard to put back in place. He's massive. We're on number 5. Once again, he was higher, but I just don't mess with him that much more than I would have thought I would have done. And it's Nova Prime. Yeah, this is a lot of people's. Finally, we have one, and he's great. He's better than the Galaxy Wave Prime, and I love Galaxy Wave Prime. But I have an issue with this one. You move the arm slightly, and it just. There's something wrong with mine to the point where you have to like really shove that in. You'll be very careful moving it. It doesn't come off. It just somehow lodges itself out of his socket. This is a great figure. You know me. I love them all. I love Galaxy Wave Optimus Prime. He is probably one of my favourite Optimus Prime figures, although you may see my favourite on the list. But this is fantastic. I don't think there is a better mould for Nova than they could have done, and I'm so glad they didn't do the full on. Obviously, it's Devastation Nova this one, but I'm so glad they didn't do the full Devastation thing, but they gave him the massive tentacle wings. Because I'm not a fan of how big them wings are. I'm glad they just did them this size. And yes, it's the Siege Magnus mold. I don't like the Siege Magnus mold. I don't like it as Magnus, because Magnus should not be a white prime in my eyes. I really do not like that idea. Even though, yeah, he's G1 toy accurate, but like, who cares? Toy accuracy, I'm effective, and toy accuracy can ruin figures, and it ruined the Siege one in my opinion. I loved the RID reference, but other than that, no. But this is a great figure. I am so happy I have him. If you don't, I mean, I was going to say if you don't have him, get him, but I said you can find him. I was lucky enough to get him the day before he sold out on Amazon. He is a great figure. No, I think the next one, number 4, will actually surprise quite a lot of people. Because this is just it looks when you compare him to all them, and it's Shadow Striker. She's just fun. Like, these two together. Let me bring down Flame Lord as well. Like, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Give me a slipstream. We know we're getting one from the leagues, but like, give me a slipstream. Come on. This is a great figure. I am so happy to have her. Yes, he's going to be a Cyberm. Well, it is a Cyberm pre-tool. But I don't care. It's good. I mean, the colours are great, the plastic is great. Her transformation, she just explodes like. And I remember when we first got leaks of this, I was like, oh, is it gonna be a lockdown pre-tool? No, it's not a lockdown pre-tool, because I thought, oh, they share similar body types and similar ideals, but they just went for the Sideburn, because of botcom. But it's a great figure. I'm sorry, I really do enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't, but I don't care. It's not female. Yeah, but neither's this, and who cares? It's a good toy. I mean, when I went to Smith's yesterday, everything was ransacked. There was only Strong Arm left. That shows how good she is. If even she's gone, get her. I don't care what you say, get her. Yeah, she's probably not going to fit in many people's collection because she's not G1. But I don't care. She's a fantastic figure. If you can find her on the cheap, get her anyway. I got her for full price. I didn't demand. Was it £20 I think I paid? And she's worth every penny at TF Nation I got her. She's my favourite deluxe of the year. She's my favourite from the sizes that aren't leaders of the year. She's my favourite. Well, she's my second favourite from Legacy of the year. And you'll see my favourite from Legacy next. So number 3 is probably not going to shock anyone that he's on the list. Armada Prime. What a figure. This, once again, would have been number 2. But I only got him for Christmas, so I couldn't really put him that high. But he's phenomenal. My top 3 are probably going to be everyone's top 3s, let's be honest. Everyone knows who's coming. Especially my number 1. This is... Yes, it has issues. But it's Armada Optimus Prime. I mainly put him here for the Voyager robot. I love that figure. If I could just shove that on, but like, you've got the full package and it's stunning. And it's the best Armada figure they've done. Like, I've got all 4 Armada figures that they've made from Legacy. Hotshot. Could have been better if the back bit's tabbed in. Starscream's good. You know, phenomenal. Megatron, just the shoulders, and I need Samsung Great Kit for them shoulders. This. What is it to say that no one's already said, really? I don't think we could top this. Look, we have done, but you know what I mean? I don't think we can top this. Like, fans hobby, eat your heart out, mate. This is fantastic. And I agree with everything Dr. Lockdown said about this figure in his review. Now, number 2 will probably tell you who number 1 is. In fact, if you know my channel, you know number 1. This is Leader Class Snarl. For the same reason everyone said he's good, he's the best Dynamo. Finally, we have a good Snarl. And he's just good. Sometimes what everyone else likes is for a reason. I'm so happy I have him. If it weren't for me getting Sludge, I think a few weeks before TF Nation, I think I would have got him. Because I was like, oh yeah, I might as well get the rest of the Dinobots now. And I've got all the Dinobots this year. I got Grimlock when he first came out, but I got all the rest I was missing this year. He's great. There's nothing much like I said that I haven't said before in the review. Spring on Swoop, really, Spring on Swoop. And now number 1, no, you all know who it's gonna be. Yeah. This was inevitable. I love Ultra Magnus. I didn't do him justice in my review. I forgot that you could pull him apart, but I don't care about that because I'm doing that once and I did it once and I'm not going to do it again. I forgot about the butterfly joints. But we're never going to get better than this. Magmatron looks great. And we're rumoured to get 86 Commander Optimus. But I don't think any other figure can beat it, unless they somehow make an animated Black Rainier again. But they won't do. Because, well, if you watched Kane Carlin's newest video, Kane Charlie's video, sorry, she was going to be the main villain of Animated Season 4, but we never got Animated Season 4 being made. Well, she wasn't going to be, she was one of the proposed ideas. So we could have got her then, but no, but this is... Yes, he's small, or too big, depending on your idea of Commander Class and Magnus. But I just don't care, like... It's fun. It's a toy. And Evan designed it. And Evan's a brilliant designer. I just can't believe this exists. As soon as I got him out of his box, I knew it was good. As soon as he was in, I knew it was going to be number 1. It's the only figure that I've really gone ahead and pre-ordered other than Mate Prime Bumblebee. Like, as soon as they were able to be pre-ordered them, and then as soon as because obviously this was announced, and then we had to wait a month to pre-order it, and I pre-ordered him, and then within that month of pre-order, he came out, and sometimes you can't beat a good big figure. So that is me done for the year. Ended with Novocaine yesterday. Started with Breakdown in January. So why am I yawning? Please let me know if you can be asked to type down in the comments who your favourite figures are. They're probably going to be Snow, Optimum Prime, and Magnus, because everyone's are. But that just shows how good they are, doesn't it? I figure that could have made almost as mainline Prime from Rise of the Beasts, but he didn't do because he's good, but he's not Scourge. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you had a good Christmas, and I hope you can have a good New Year. I shall see you all later. Goodbye.